memories we share. Jumping off the porch like mom's not home. Tell me why the best things.
Hi, I'm Tyler,
And I'm Nick.
and this is
The Stub, NYT's brand new home for everything film, TV, and entertainment. If you're wondering, where's Pangea Gaming?
Well, Pangea Gaming is no longer an hour segment. Now we took that hour and we took it into just 30-minute segments. First one's The Stub, Nick's baby. The second one is Pangea Gaming, our revamping.
His baby.
Yeah, yeah.
And we put them
Adopted
together
baby.
in one
Adopted.
special
Our package.
hour-long fun time.
Okay.
Okay, so on today's first ever episode, we'll be having our new segment talking about some things involving Sunday night's the Emmys, Felicity Jones winning an IMDb award, and my idol Kevin Smith's newest movie. Following that, we'll be showing you the trailer for Disney's Mona. Then we'll be having our weekly top 5 list, which this week will be top 5 movies
That make us want to be better filmmakers or made us want to be filmmakers.
you pick and choose. After that, we will be making sure to show you guys all the upcoming releases for the next week. Tell us what you think. Tweet at us at Globesville, hashtag the Stub, or Pangea Gaming, whichever one you want. We'll look at both.
Right.
So let's get started with the first bit of news, the Emmys. So, this past Sunday was the 68th annual Emmy Awards. One of the did you watch the Emmys?
I did not.
I watched a little bit. Snapchat actually helped me watch a lot of the Emmys.
Oh yeah, there's
Snapchat
that whole
live
thing.
streams. I love that. That's how I keep it with all my news. It's Snapchat. Thank you, Snapchat. You're my favorite ghost.
You the real
Move
bro.
over, Casper.
Oh, really?
Casper the friendly ghost?
No.
Snapchat ghost? Alright.
Such lame, man. Such lame, bro.
My first little thing I want to talk about is John Oliver. He hosts HBO's Last Week Tonight. It's a weekly late night show.
Mm-hmm.
He actually won an award in his category for variety talk series for late night shows,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really important thing. So John Oliver used to be a Comedy Central host. He's now has a show on HBO. This category is usually won by Comedy Central shows, but also this is the first time a weekly late night show has won this category in almost 20 years. That's really impressive.
That's awesome.
Especially with the category being separated between variety sketch and variety talk series as of last year. So some revamping, some new changes, and some really cool mile marks?
Yeah, markers, not markers, milestones.
Milestones.
There we go.
Milestones.
Close enough.
Which is really cool. I really like this show. I know one of our professors, Jim Favell, really likes the show. Also, one of the interesting things that happened at the Emmys was Game of Thrones won 3 awards. I said 2. 3. 3 awards. Outstanding drama series, outstanding directing for a drama series, and outstanding writing for a drama series. How do you feel about this?
That's pretty cool. I mean, it kind of makes sense because there's such a large phenomenon. It's almost a culture point at this point in time. I really have not watched that much Game of Thrones. I want to though, but I just never found time.
HBO Go, get it. I'll give you mine. I got you.
I probably have it.
HBO actually did really well on Sunday night with Veep and other series actually winning a lot of awards. With that said, let's move on to our next subject, which is Felicity Jones. Felicity Jones received IMDb's 2016 Star Meter Award at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Okay, so if you're like me, I have no idea who Felicity Jones is. Can you just remind us who?
So Felicity Jones has been in such movies as The Theory of Everything.
All right.
The Amazing Spider-Man. She was in True Story with James Franco, and she is also the main star of the upcoming one-shot movie Star Wars Rogue One. So, if you don't know what the Star Meter Award is,
Right.
essentially is an award that recognizes stars that are personal fan favorites for IMDb's Star Meter chart, which is an IMDb Pro feature where you're able to rate. I don't really have it. I've read a little bit about it. You're able to rate actors and view and all this stuff, and it measures it. And basically, she won the award for being popular, even though she is very unknown of. You didn't know who she was, but she's in some movies that you've seen.
Right.
So she's one of those actresses that you don't really know about, but you know of. Is oh, she was this person. Oh, she was in this movie. She played Felicity in The Amazing Spider-Man. Like, you're like, oh, I remember that person. I didn't know who they were. So this kind of recognizes people that like searched a lot, that get rating high, like kind of like that. That's really good. I'm really glad for her, and I'm really excited for Star Wars Rogue One.
Cool.
You have anything to say?
I think that's fantastic, and yeah, I mean,
So moving on
yeah.
to Kevin Smith. So Kevin Smith is my idol, role model. I love him. As you'll find out later, I have a lot to say about Kevin Smith. But Kevin Smith via Facebook. I found this out from Tyler. He texted me that on Facebook. What did he do?
He made like a vlog style video where he talked about his new film, Yoga Hosers, and he actually released it. It wasn't like, oh, it's gonna be next Friday. It was, oh, by the way, it's online already.
So if you don't know, Yoga Hosers is the sequel to Tusk, of the 2015 Tusk movie.
It's not so much a sequel.
It's in a
spin-off.
trilogy. It's a trilogy.
It's a spin-off.
It's the second in a trilogy. It's called the North. I don't know what it's called. It's called the North something trilogy. And there's 3 movies: Tusk, Yoga Hosers, and the yet to be released Moose Jaw. It will be a trilogy. It is a sequel, technically. When you ask him, it's a sequel.
Okay.
It includes some of the same actors and same characters. But if you don't know, it came out September 2nd in very limited theaters across the country and across the continent. I was not able to see it, even though I tried really hard. I saw Tusk the day it came out. I was very excited. Couldn't find this one, which, to my delight, he was able to release it on a streaming service I never heard of called FlixFling. He also announced that it will be on iTunes and it will be on Netflix coming soon. But as of now, FlixFling. We have the trailer we can show you in which he announces it.
And
If you don't know, it actually... Here we go.
Doesn't that make you curious? You can check out my new movie, Yoga Hosers.
Not gonna boost your entire generation. Generation, why me? I call it.
You live on your phones. You have no idea how to function like normal people in the real world.
Miss Wickland, this isn't the real world. This is Canada.
Exclusively on FlixFling.com. Peep it out. It's weird.
Okay, so one, his jersey. Alright, if you don't know Kevin Smith, he wears lots of hockey-style jerseys with his own stuff. The guy, it's him, but that was a walrus from Tusk. That's really cool. That got me. That was my geek spot. The 2 girls you saw in that trailer was Kevin Smith's daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter.
well, here's the thing. I'm going to be grammar Nazi because Protsport Nazi isn't the thing. You said the both girls are Kevin Smith's and Johnny Depp's. Did they have babies together? One
I
is.
said the girls is one is. They're all right in the.
One
well,
is.
You know what? Their names in the story. They're both Colleen. The Colleens.
Okay.
Okay.
Just saying. Right
Another
now.
thing I wanted to mention as I adjust my bum is Kevin Smith's been using a lot of negative publicity, not negative, negative pronouns and referring to his movie in negative ways to advertise it as this is my worst movie. This is my most hated film. Check out my most hated film. How do you feel about that?
I think that's also more of anything for his fans, because if you say, "Oh, this is my worst film," his fans will jump on, like, just watch it and say, "Wait, no, it's your style. What are you talking about?" So he's probably playing it to the media where they are saying it's a horrible film, but he's saying it to his fans, so the fans will be like, "You guys are nuts. It's a really good film. It's just Kevin Smith."
All right. I love Kevin Smith. We're going to talk about him a little bit more in a little bit.
We'll probably also eventually see the movie.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to get it. I actually want to wait for it to come on Netflix or DVD so I can own it. I own a signed copy of Tusk, by the way. It's great. Next is our trailer for Disney's Mona. So, Disney's Mona comes out November 23rd. It's a really cool story. Let's watch it and see what you guys think. Make sure to tweet us at Globezilla, hashtag the Stub, to let us know.
Hashtag Stub, really.
Hashtag the Stub.
Make
Stub.
it stubby. The extension's kind of stubby. Because, tiny. Stub.
Period.
Peg
Stub,
leg.
period. Hashtag Stub, period. Let us know what you think about this trailer. Because I'm ready.
For generations, this peaceful island has been home to our family. But beyond our reef, a great danger is coming. Legend tells of a hero who will journey to find the demigod Maui. And together, they will save us all.
Maui.
A boat! A boat!
Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea. I am
Hero of men.
What?
It's actually Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero of men. I interrupted from the top. Hero of men. Go. I'm not going on a mission with some little girl.
This is my canoe, and you will journey to different.
Did not see that coming.
The ocean is a friend of mine.
First, we've got to go through a whole ocean of bad. Kakamora.
Kako, what? They're kind of cute.
I got your back. It's Maui time. Really? Blow dart in my butt cheek.
We're going to the realm of monsters.
Don't worry, it's a lot farther down than it looks.
Well, that looked...
That was awesome.
It's interesting.
That's, you know what? That's different for Disney. That's really cool.
Especially because in one scene the hair is actually different for the female character.
Yeah.
In one
Honestly,
scene, it's
she's
actually
completely different. She's not skinny. That's really interesting. I think that's a really, really cool thing.
I'd actually probably go out and see it because
I'm
looks like
gonna
a fun
go
movie.
see that. I'm actually really pumped. The chicken was really funny. I don't know. It's an interesting story. It's really cool, and it's great the attention to detail they did to the culture in which this is depicted.
Right.
Because like the tattoos are accurate. It's actually The Rock, if you don't know, voicing
Or
the guy.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Because it's not that chicken because he's on the boat. I'm really excited. It's directed by Ron Clements and John Musker. It's set, as we told you, it's set to come out November 23rd, 2016. I'm really excited to see this movie. You now are, after seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
The animation looks dope.
The dopest.
So we're going to move on to our next segment, which is our top 5 list. So the question here is top 5 movies that have influenced you to become a filmmaker / be a better filmmaker, as we argued about the point in discussion.
I'm just saying.
I guess I'll start. We're going to have this might be a long segment. You might get bored. You might be entertained. You might want to learn about some new movies. Make sure to tweet at us at Globesville, #Stub, and let us know what you think. Let us know if you're going to check out any of these movies. But here I go. So my first movie is Clerks.
Now, if you know Nick, you know that he has never been in a conversation with you, or you don't know him if you've never heard him say Clerks.
So Clerks
it's his favorite movie of all time. He can go on about it for hours.
Who did Clerks?
Ron Paul?
No.
Kevin Smith.
So as we said before, we were going to talk about Kevin Smith a lot. We both love Kevin Smith. I actually last year got Tyler. He knew who Kevin Smith was.
Yeah, I knew he made Clerks.
But I told him to watch all the movies in the Askew-verse, which is his universe of Jay and Silent Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler was blown away.
I sat there for a good 8 hours, 9 hours, just watching movies back to back, and I was sad when there was no follow-up movies.
But there's 2 movies coming out. Well, besides Yoga Hosers, which has just been released, you have Clerks 3 and Mallrats that are scheduled to come out.
Right.
Within this year, next year, sometime. It's coming out. It's coming out. They're written.
Okay.
The scripts there existed. They're filming Mallrats right now, I think.
Well, let's go back to the top
All
5.
right. So, Clerks is... So, the first time I watched Clerks, I think it was on TV. I think it was on Comedy Central, actually. Mm-hmm. It's a black and white movie. It was made in 1994, which is the year I was born.
You think?
I think it was.
Do you not know when you were born?
No, I don't remember if it was 1994. Yeah, it's 1994.
Okay.
It won the Sundance Film Festival,
mm-hmm.
and it's how he got the funding from Miramax to make his next few films. Clerk, 1994. I was right. Okay. I'm dying. So as you can see in the picture right there, that is the Quick Stop and the RST video store. So if you don't know the story behind Kevin Smith, he was went to film school, didn't like it, dropped out after a couple months, moved home, got a job at the Quick Stop, which the Clerks is filmed at, wrote the film, and sold his entire comic collection, funded filming the film, brought it to 1994 Sundance Film Festival, won the film festival, and got the funding to make his current films that he's now making.
Right.
There has been a fallout since with
Miramax.
Miramax. He's not currently with Miramax. He self-funds everything. It's really cool. It changed it. It's just a film about real-life situations, about real life. It's a really great film. It really is. It's amazing. You know, it sucks it's black and white, but you definitely need to give it a try.
I'm not even supposed to be here.
I'm not even supposed to be here today. Why'd my girlfriend die in the toilet?
It's a reference to the movie.
I just spoiled the whole movie for you. Next is Aliens. Not the first one, but the second one. 1979.
Probably
Aliens.
should have put the second one on there.
Well, it says it's Alien and Aliens. There's no 2. There's Alien 3 and there's Alien Resurrection.
And then Alien versus Predator.
That's a completely different thing.
Back to Aliens and try to speed it up.
All right, Aliens is the one where they introduce the Space Marines. There's more than one alien. There's a whole bunch. You see the Queen. You get the Power Loader. You got Sigourney Weaver being a bad mother trucker.
Mamma Jamma.
I have a Sigourney Weaver action figure. This might be her best film ever. Screw the Ghostbusters.
And then his third
Is Planet of the Apes, the original. The 1969, I thought it was 68, 1969 Planet of the Apes. This film is awesome. This past summer, I actually saw it in theaters, in film, like in a theater. It was so cool to see this film. I've seen it a bunch of times. I've seen the whole series a bunch of times. But getting to see it live, like in a theater, was the coolest experience. This film changed films, really, in the way that it challenged a lot of things. And the whole series after this, there's like 5 movies, and they're really, really interesting. You need to watch the series. Watch the first one, definitely, especially with Rise of the Planet of the Apes and the new series that is going on currently that you might have seen. You want to go back to the original and definitely check this out. And even the animated series.
Okay, so number 4.
Number 4 is another Kevin Smith film, 1999's Dogma. So Dogma is a great movie featuring Matt Damon and one of my favorite actors of all time, the Batfleck. Batfleck.
Honestly, that's a good picture to go to because now they're just confused why you say Batfleck.
Batfleck. If Kevin Smith at this point in time knew that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, he probably would have died of happiness and tears. Next is another Ben Affleck movie, actually. Gone Girl. I love this film, dude. I really, really, really like this film. It's a well-written story. The book is amazing. I read the book after seeing the movie, but the movie, I just went to see it because someone I was with wanted to see it. Didn't tell me anything about it. I just went and saw it. It was so amazing. I've seen it so many times since. It's so good. You never know what's going on. Even, like, I love it.
Oh, that's good.
I love it. It's such a great film. The other films are older films that I saw growing up and I saw as I was in high school and stuff and made me want to pick what I'm doing now. Seeing that film in 2014 made me realize that I really want to do this. That this is what I want. Okay. It's on to you, big boy.
Okay, so
show me what you got.
My first one is Captain America, the first one, the first Avenger. There was Captain America prior to it, the 1974 or something. The reason why this one is kind of a staple for me is because one, I love the. Okay, I love the message that you shouldn't give up. Always push yourself to the limits. You might get steroids and become super strong. You know, who wouldn't want that? But also because if you watch throughout the film, if you didn't know anything about what it took, you might think, okay, Chris Evans?
Chris Pratt.
No,
not Chris Pratt.
I think it's Evans. Okay, yeah, Chris Evans.
The Human Torch?
Yes, the Human Torch. Chris Evans, you might think that, maybe he just got really skinny, and now afterwards he's wearing, whatever. But it was CGI. Like, it was his head onto another actor's body. So that was fantastic. That little aspect was awesome for the film.
If you don't know, Tyler is an avid editor that loves to edit and finds the editing of films amazing. So seeing that must have made you like, damn.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's what I want to do.
To be able to do that, that'd be fantastic, but one day.
Right.
The second one is Fast and Furious. The
first one?
The first one or the first 3, really. And that's because...
The first 3 is the actual first 3. Not the first 3 chronologically or...
No, the actual, releases.
Yeah, all right.
The reason
Fast
being
Furious,
because...
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah. Tokyo Drift was more fun than anything else. But the reason behind it is because they, it was a new concept to have, the taillights as you drive by, at least for me, because I was a kid when I first watched it. And that's where I also got my love of cars.
The whole Nitro scene must have been, cool, the way those are edited.
Yeah.
And, how they changed the scene. That must have been sick for you.
Yeah, and then after that, if I can find it, or I'll just look on yours. Star Wars, all of them really.
Which trilogy? First trilogy, second trilogy.
It's not so much the story; it's the practical effects, like how some of the scenes were actually just paintings. Like that's what I found really cool. Then after that would be Dogma as well. For once again, like practical effects. They didn't have like CGI. It was just like for one of the scenes with the wings, they're actually wearing wing
Yeah.
animatronics and all that. And then
So cool. This
blood
movie
and-
is, as you know, we just picked the same movie for the same spot on our list. Like, honestly,
And then the last one is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
another Kevin Smith film.
Yep.
Featuring Jay Silent Bob and a monkey.
Yeah. So the reason because this is because it was more like a fun film.
The
And
humor.
all
the humor was ridiculous.
it's humorous.
This film broke so many boundaries.
Yeah. So it was really cool. I enjoyed the movie, and it little things about every movie he does makes me want to do those or try those, and it gives you as an independent filmer or filmmaker
Maker.
little bits of hope, because if you look at a silver screen kind of movie, you think, oh, I can't do CGI, therefore I shouldn't be able to do movies.
You don't need CGI.
But yeah, so
It's
it kind of
cool if you don't know about him. Also, this is why we both can idolize him. He is a writer, an actor, a cinematographer, an editor. He does everything. So we're really able, both of us, being completely different aspects of an industry, are able to both look at him in the same light and idolize him in the same way.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. You don't see that a lot. Especially when you're independent and you've made it big, and then you step back and being, no, I want to stay independent and do things my way and inspire people my way. I think that's great.
So that's my top 5. That was his top 5. Tell us what you think. Hashtag the stub at Globesville.
Tweet us.
Maybe tell us your
On the
top 5.
Twitter.
Now, our last segment before we go to gaming, or sign off and then go to gaming, is
Our weekly releases. So, let me start off with 2 films that are currently playing that came out last week that I wanted to talk about, which is Snowden and Blair Witch. So, both these came out the previous week. There was a couple other ones, but I thought these are the main ones that are doing well in the box offices right now. If you haven't seen the trailer for Snowden, I suggest doing it. It's a really cool concept. You'll love it. It involves a lot of hacking
it was
and
the
government.
real guy, Snowden.
Yeah.
And is this, I don't know if it's a real
Yeah.
take on it, but the whole controversy behind that, because I'm a tech guy, it was the government's hiding secrets from us, and this guy went ahead and he released all those on WikiLeaks.
This film goes into his personal life and him dealing with those secrets and then deciding to try to get them out there.
And then he had to ultimately move to Russia or
I
Germany.
think so. Something like that. But this is the actual story. Oliver Stone. I think that's sick. I can't wait to see it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a great actor. And Blair Witch, I actually saw it last night.
And how was it?
Honestly, that movie was terrifying.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way, but I was going to cry myself. That film's editing made me nauseous. Kind of sucked because I wanted to see what was going on, but I was so scared of what was going on.
Right.
It was taken from like a documentary, independent kind of point of view, as it was a film about people filming their
Like
experience.
the first Blair Witch.
Yeah, but this one was a little bit more technical. There was a drone. They had
So a
like
modern day Blair Witch.
like they had like first person like earpiece cameras on them. So the point of view kept changing, and they kept adding weird fading editing, and things were moving, and it was really shaky. But it made it seem like it was you were watching their actual footage that was found.
Well, that's an important fact. But since we're almost out of time,
Let's get on
let's
to
go with the coming out this week.
Coming out this week. So today's the 21st as we're recording. So let me start off with something that came out 2 days ago. In the last 2 days, September 19th, Blind Brother came out.
And then September 20th,
September 20th.
Interrogation.
After that, we'll start with what is coming out on the 23rd. So on Friday will be the Magnificent Seven.
And then Dirty 30.
The Dressmaker,
Goat.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yeah, that a live action
I'm
one.
pumped.
Storks.
Also pumped. IT, which I don't think we have an image for. And then
Honey Trap.
Honey Trap. Could not find an image for IT. I get our weekly releases from IMDb, so sometimes there's some weird stuff on there that you might never be able to see. But if you're interested in any of these films that are coming out this week, tweet at us on the Twitter. Let us know what's happening, what you saw, what you're going to see. Let us know. Next week we're probably going to talk about it once we figure some things out and get this thing flushed out and solid. So I'm Nick,
I've been Tyler.
and this has been the Stub. Stay tuned for Pangea Gaming.
Yep.
The
We'll be
Stub
right
will
back.
be every Wednesday at 2:30, starting next week, live.
And we'll be right back. Next up is going to be me and Corey playing some Overwatch and talking about games. Roll that intro.
See ya.